Alright, let's proceed, children. Now what happens is Bassanio is quite tensed because now Portia says that Bassanio would never have given away that ring which she has given him for even the entire wealth of the world. And you know very well that Bassanio was the first one to part with his ring. Now, Bassanio speaks aside. He says, you know what is aside? Aside means the other characters of the stage cannot hear you. So Bassanio says, why? I were best to cut my left hand off and swear I lost the ring defending it. Now, the only excuse I have is if I had chopped off my left hand and I had said that I have lost the ring while I was defending my left hand. That Graciano, you know how eager you are to find the faults of your friends. If your parents tell you that, well, it's only you who is naughty. Oh, look at your friend, he's so good. So it is Graciano who jumps at this opportunity and he says, my lord Bassanio gave his ring away unto the judge that begged it. Bassanio was the first one to give his ring away to the judge. And indeed deserved it too. That judge was very deserving. And then the boy, his clerk, that took some pains in writing, he begged mine, and neither man nor master, neither the clerk nor the lawyer would take aught. A-U-G-H-T, aught is anything else anything but the two rings. So what happened? My lord Bassanio was the first one to give away his ring to the lawyer who would not accept anything else but that ring. Okay, then Portia says, what ring gave you, my lord? Not that I hope which you received of me. I hope you haven't given that ring which I gave you. Now Bassanio says, if I could add a lie unto a fault, I would deny it. But you see, my finger hath not the ring upon it. It is gone. Bassanio wishes he could tell a lie, but then that would have been even worse. And then he says, look at my finger. I'm sorry, I do not have your ring. Portia says, even so void is your false heart of truth. By heaven, I will never be your wife until I see the ring. Remember, Portia had made Bassanio promise that he will never part with that ring. And Bassanio, who is so eager to promise, had also sworn that he would always keep that ring. And the day I lose the ring, Bassanio, I remember, had said, consider me dead. Okay, so, here you see that how false their oaths are. Nerissa says, nor I be yours till I see mine again. Alright, remember, this Portia as a woman is much ahead of her times. Those were days when women never dared to put a condition before their husbands. And here you have your Portia, who had given everything to her husband, her house, her mansion, her wealth, her servants and herself, but with a condition. What is that? You have to value my ring. So Portia says, I will not be your wife until I see that ring. Nerissa, whatever Portia says, has to echo it. And then Bassanio says, sweet Portia, he begs her, he says, sweet Portia, if you knew to whom I gave the ring, if you did know for whom I gave the ring, and would conceive, means understand, for what I gave the ring, and how unwillingly I left the ring, when not would be accepted but the ring, you would abate the strength of your displeasure. So sweet Portia, if only you know to whom I gave the ring. To whom? To the lawyer who saved the life of Antonio. If you did know for whom I gave the ring. For whom? For Antonio, who borrowed money and put himself into trouble so that I could come to Belmont and meet you and get married to you. And would understand for what I gave the ring. Why did he give the ring? Because the lawyer would not accept any other fee but the ring. And how unwillingly I left the ring. True or false? Was Bassanio unwilling? Oh yes, he was. When nothing else, N-A-U-G-H-T, not is nothing. would be accepted but the ring, then you would surely reduce. Abate means reduce. The strength of your displeasure means anger. Now, Portia says, if you had known the virtue of the ring, or half her worthiness that gave the ring. Okay, had you known the quality of the ring, the worth of the ring. Now, what is the worth of the ring? Here Portia is not talking about the monetary value of the ring. What she is talking about is the value of the promise. Or had you known her worth who gave you the ring? Had you known with how much hope, with how much love, with how much respect I had given you the ring, or your own honor to contain that ring, how honorable you would have been in my eyes had you kept the ring. Contain means to preserve, to keep the ring. You would not then have parted with the ring. Had you known its value, you wouldn't have given it away. What man is there so unreasonable if you had pleased to defend it with any terms of zeal is enthusiasm, did not have the modesty to urge the thing held as a ceremony? Which man is there who is so uncultured, who is so uncouth, who is so ill-mannered, that if you tell him that no, I cannot part with this ring, it's a part of our ritual, it is part of the marriage ritual, I will not part with this ring. Which person would have forced you to give away that ring? You tell me? Okay. Now, here I would like to draw your attention, children. Remember, yes, of course, Bassanio tries his best to save the ring, but deep inside his heart, perhaps he doesn't know the words of the ring. And that is what makes him part with the ring, because remember, Portia doesn't snatch it away from his finger. Yes? So Bassanio could have always convinced Antonio and told him that no, my friend, I cannot give away this ring. Yes? Fine. Nerissa teaches me what to believe, I'll die for it. But some woman had the ring. So now you have Portia also accusing Bassanio of having an affair with somebody and having lost the ring. And then Bassanio goes on to say, no, by my honor, madam, by my soul, no woman had it but a civil doctor. No woman took it but a lawyer. But a civil doctor, which did refuse 3,000 ducats of me and begged the ring. I had offered him 3,000 ducats, but he said, no, I'll take nothing but the ring. The which I did deny him and suffered him to go displeased away, even he that had held up the very life of my dear friend. I let him go away. When he said that I don't want anything, I said, fine sir, go away. He who had saved the life of my dearest friend, I allowed him to go unrewarded. Okay, what should I say, sweet lady? I was enforced to send it after him. I was beset with shame and courtesy. I was overcome with shame and courtesy, gratitude. My honor would not let ingratitude so much besmear it. I could not be so ungrateful. Pardon me, good lady. Pardon me, forgive me, good lady, for by these blessed candles of the night, by the stars, had you been there, I think you would have begged the ring of me to give the worthy doctor. Had you been there, Portia, good lady, you would have begged me, you would have told me, Bassanio, please give him the ring. This doctor of law, this lawyer, deserves this ring so much. Please, Bassanio, give it to him. Now, Portia says, let that doctor ever come near my house. Let not that doctor ever come near my house, since he hath got the jewel that I loved, and that which you did swear to keep for me. I will become as liberal as you. I'll not deny him anything I have. In other words, if that lawyer comes here, I'll have an affair with him, nothing else. And then Nerissa says the same thing to Gratiano, says, nor I his clerk, therefore be well advised. How you do leave me to mine own protection. Be careful. If that lawyer's clerk comes here, I'm going to have an affair with him. Now, these jokes seem quite vulgar these days, but in Shakespeare's time, it was quite common. Okay, now Antonio feels bad. Antonio says, I am the unhappy subject of these quarrels. And we end. Antonio feels guilty and he says that he is the unhappy unhappy subject of these quarrels. Let's see in our next class what Portia has to say to him. Thank you.